Today is Memorial Day, where we honor and celebrate the lives of the fallen heroes who gave their lives so that we can enjoy the freedoms and the rights that we have in our country today. But we can't do it on an empty stomach. So I wanted to make something inexpensive, delicious, and easy, something that won't break the bank. So let's head over to my tiny little kitchen and see what I came up with. Now this is what I want to do. I bought this, look at that, $5.74 for all this. That was a pretty good deal. I want to get these into this gallon bag, and then what I'm using is I have this cheap great value honey barbecue sauce, just some soy sauce, some apple cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil. Now all this is optional, of course. Black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and smoky paprika. These are the stuff I'm going to be using for my marinade. So I need to get that in there, get that in there. We'll go over that, get it in the fridge so we can start our macaroni salad. So I got all the legs in this bag, and clearly the first thing we want to do is get the barbecue sauce in there. So we're going to dump this entire bottle in the bag, try to get as much of it as possible. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to be taking 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Get that in there. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. That's going to help tenderize the meat. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Give it that savoriness. And I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of smoky paprika, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to get that all mixed up really well. Try to get all those spices in with all that sauce. We want it covering all of the chicken for the entire marinade. And then we'll put it in the fridge for a couple hours while we start our macaroni salad. Now, first thing I'm going to do for the mac salad is get the eggs boiled off. I'm using 6 for a 1-pound package of pasta. I'm just going to salt that up real good, get that water going. We're going to put a lid on it. Now, I started this from cold water. I put them in while they were cold. I'm going to let them get up to boiling. Then we'll wait 10 minutes. That's how I like to do it. I don't like my eggshells to break. So we'll get that going, and then we'll get going on everything else. Now I'm using half an onion, so we're going to dice that puppy up. I'm going to use about half of a diced red bell pepper. And just as much celery as you want. I like a lot of celery. Then I'm going to dice up this tomato, at least most of it. And then get the pasta going, we're good. Okay, so pasta's done, eggs are done. I'm gonna get these chopped up, and then we'll start putting this thing together. Okay, now I don't have any exact measurements for you. I just throw everything in here until I like what I see. So first thing I'm gonna add is the mayonnaise. That's gonna make it nice and creamy, but keep in mind, it works great for right away, but when you put it in the fridge for a while, you know, mayonnaise can break down a little bit. That's where the sour cream comes into play. So let's get all this stuff in here and get it mixed up. So you can see I'm using about a half a jar of this mayonnaise. Get that mixed in there. Next is the sour cream. I went with the whole container. Then egg, 6 eggs, onion, half a diced onion, half a diced bell pepper, and however much celery you want. I like the crunch. 12-ounce jar of dill relish. I don't know, however much yellow mustard you want. You know, everyone's different. I don't want it to dominate. 1 6.5-ounce can of sliced olives. And then, of course, a ton of pepper. Gotta have a ton of black pepper. Oh, and let's not forget the tomatoes. I usually don't put tomatoes in, but I'm doing it this time. All right, quick little taste test. That's perfect. You know what I forgot? Frozen peas. The idea here, at least in my head, is they will thaw out by the time this thing's ready to be eaten anyway. We'll just put about, I don't know, that many in there. Man, almost messed that all up. I'll get that mixed up and we'll get it back in the fridge. I have a rack on a drip pan here. I'm going to put the chicken on the rack. And I got the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll throw it in. Okay, chicken is in the oven. 350 degrees. I want to cook it until my meat thermometer says it's got an internal temperature of 165 degrees. I prefer to see 185 or higher. I want to see that barbecue sauce get some kind of, you know, charcoaly color to it. And we'll be back. Okay, so I've only got 2 ears of corn here and this tiny little pot. So that's what I get to use. So there won't be no corn on the cob. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to boil them down, cut them off the cob, and we'll have some nice buttery corn. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's done. That's looking good. All right, I think we can dish up. Well, there it is. That's my easy, inexpensive way of enjoying a Memorial Day dinner. And that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go and share this with the family. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and you guys have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you next week. Good night.